Hello there. I don't know what the hell is happening, but it's happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keep on rolling. Right on.
Oh my god, flashbacks of so many 7 a.m. workouts.
Keep rolling.
All that made me think of is the Spider-Man 1. Was it the Bone Saw?
Bone saws, really.
The boulder.
3 minutes.
When you look at Macho Man in that movie and just see how many steroids he had to have been on, because like,
Dude.
Good God. Hey everybody, it's so good to see you. Welcome back to Sunset Over Vengalia. We are just so excited to be back. Episode 83?
83.
Our parents told us we would never amount to anything, and so fuck you. Here we are, 83 episodes. I don't know. I just felt it, you know.
Coming out the gate strong.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do, Mom. Anyway, we are here. We are so excited to be back. Apparently, we've got a weird conglomeration going on. They are Siamese twins.
Edie and Nemea are gonna
It's like Matt
do the
Damon
fusion dance
and
halfway through
Matt
this.
Damon and Greg Kinnear. So look out for that. We're excited about that. And then we have stuff. We have a Matt. We have a thing. I want to get to this because we have a thing on the side of our screen right now. What is that?
Yes. We briefly mentioned, we started making some off the cuff HelloFresh jokes last time, but yeah, HelloFresh is our sponsor. So you should absolutely use the discount code to get a free breakfast item with your subscription, and go check out the subscriptions. It's actually like a really good sponsorship, and it helps us a lot. So if you are in the mood for some delightful stuff, just like maybe the group is in the mood for some more delightful jokes, I managed to write a few more.
No, really?
While I wasn't having a brain aneurysm at the two girls on the back of the bus driving us insane.
That sounds like 2 girls, 1 bus.
Two girls, one
dude.
bus.
No.
So, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Yeah.
I was doing something with tits. I don't know. Okay.
I mean, so
Are
are
we
they.
supposed
so.
to not be laughing again?
I don't care. You don't need to
Okay.
do whatever you want to do. What did the baby corn say to its mom? Where's my popcorn?
Oh, that's just sad.
I love how Haley, I feel like Haley was trying not to laugh and just no hesitation. Alrighty. I got those 2 off of a website, and I went rogue on this last one. So here you go. Why isn't Mr. Peanut invited to the yearly food mascot convention? He kept showing Miss Chiquita his mixed nuts. And that's all the jokes I have for you.
I
that are
was just
food
gonna say,
themed.
kept showing her nuts. You know. Is all
Yeah, I wanted to gussy it up a little bit, fluff it up.
Uh-huh.
Mixed. You wanted to be a fluffer.
Yeah, a little bit of
Fluffer
fluffer.
nutter?
Yeah.
A fluffer nutter.
Mhm.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I have all the ingredients for a fluffer nugget.
Bet you do.
Yeah.
For those of you who are confused, a fluffernutter is a peanut butter sandwich with marshmallow fluff. It's not a weird porn thing.
If you whip it hard enough, it really makes the nut butter taste better.
Wait, you mean it's not a barrel of gunpowder on a crossbow bolt?
That's not our show. Stop. But seriously, the only thing fresher than those jokes is HelloFresh and its menu. Delicious weekly menus and flexible plans for easy home cooking. You can scale it up or down. More deliveries, fewer deliveries, tailor it to whatever your dietary needs you have, and feel completely satisfied without having to hunt down recipes, manage shopping lists, or brave the Thunderdome that is the grocery store at rush hour. So go check out HelloFresh and get a subscription. The last time we had HelloFresh as a sponsor, I got one, and I was genuinely surprised at how tasty the stuff was.
When you said you can class it up or down, it immediately made me think of you can have your hot dog on some white bread with ketchup, the water part of the ketchup though.
I meant scale it up or down, meaning you can get 5 meals a week, 7 meals a week, 3 meals a week.
I know, but that's where my head went initially.
You wanted to go somewhere else.
Or guy living out of the RV park.
Yeah.
Who used white bread as every form of bread. You're having hamburgers, it's white bread. You're having hot dogs, it's white bread. You're having tacos, it's still white bread. I had friends that grew up like that, and they would eat loaves and loaves and loaves of white bread with every meal, and just, it was insane.
Yeah, I used to know someone that just used to eat a loaf of bread as a snack.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
I'm so proud of them. Are they still alive?
Like a big bag of chips.
That's impressive.
All that
Yeah,
in a
right?
bag of chips.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Their stomach was really distended.
It would be.
Like a beer belly.
Anyway, click the link. Use the code. Get HelloFresh now.
It's fresh as fuck.
Fresh as fuck. That should be their logo. Their slogan.
I don't think
Hello,
that's what...
Fresh. We're fresh as fuck. I'm here for it. Anyway, we had Tails Does Tales this week,
We did.
and it was a tailful experience. I heard there was some
Haley
fun
got
guys.
as mad at me in that trap room as I got at her in Tech Check. It was incredible.
Way to bring it to relevant and current situation.
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
I deeply love the moment where you rolled a 13 for a perception check, and you're like, I guess we don't fucking see anything. Time to leave this room. You were just so done with it.
When you know what's up before you know what's up.
I hope this dungeon was really hard for you to prep, Matt.
Man, it's really rough when your players get really upset over a decision that happens in game.
To be fair, I did not put 2 different locks on the same door. I've never made that mistake.
Who says
No,
that was a
but you made
mistake?
2 fake doors is the only way that looks like it
I
makes
didn't make
sense.
2 fake
And then
doors.
you made
The
Oh.
author of the Forge of Fury made 2 fake doors, and
the
I
truth comes out.
I just put them on the map really well and used the actual door thing in Foundry, and then put a wall behind them. So you were like, "Why doesn't this door go anywhere?" Because if you listen to the words I'm saying, it's a fake door.
Yeah. Look.
We love each other, guys.
I love how
promise.
we're having a therapy session of how heated it got.
When
on
did you
Monday.
first start having feelings about your mother?
No,
I'm just very passionate about the game, and so this is why I got so upset about it. That's all.
It's all good.
That's how we do, guys. That's how we do. We get passionate and we yell at each other.
No.
It's okay. But so
In a
Tails
good
Does
way.
Tails, and there was fungus and a fungus sword or something like that. I saw. Is that a thing, or was that the
There's
week
lots
prior?
of fungus. That was that was technically the week prior. This last episode has
Okay.
not been 60-second recap yet. By the way, you should absolutely join our Discord, because everyone who's in the Discord got a little preview of some Void lore in the Sunset Over Vengalia channel as a hinting. Don't you go look, Taylor. You didn't bother to check. You didn't bother to check the Discord earlier. You don't deserve it. I'm gonna go delete the messages. That's what you get.
I've been a little busy.
Not too busy
I
to
know, we
send
didn't-
Instagram
We
stories.
didn't get
Anyway,
together.
we have us this week, so you're welcome. And then we have TPK again Friday. Yes?
Question mark.
or-
Question mark.
Question mark.
We don't have
Always
TPK.
seems to be a question mark.
Oh,
Check
we
back
might have
later.
something.
We might have something. We don't know. Billy's.
It'll just be like
I've
the dancing
lost
baby.
Billy amongst all of the tiny little other things, and so.
Well, he is one of the tiny little things. So.
Yeah.
You beat me by that much.
Hey. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it there. So check back. We have other stuff, and we are excited. So, I think we've done it. Let's we've kind of caught up. We've talked about our spawner. Click the link. I would like to see that number go from 0 to at least something.
One.
At least one.
At least one.
Maybe more.
Go click that link for the freshest spawner in town.
If you want a hard, fresh spawner, leave it out for a while. Anyway, without any further ado, let's return.
So we're gonna get an email that says, "I'd like you to not have our thing on this stream specifically."
Fair enough.
I've already said the words, so waiting for the music.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
There.
When last we left off, the heroes were in a big-ass cave in the mountains north of Galefall. They had discovered a giant skeleton that appeared to have had wings. Upon closer examination, they discovered that it was most likely the skeleton of the celestial Rannoch that they had been looking for. They also found another skeleton in a cave, farther in the cave, in a little cavern, side cavern, that was holding a coin. And Void took the coin, appearing to have some sort of connection to it, and had a moment where they were introspective at best, troubled, perhaps. Further searching in the cave, Quorus felt a pull coming from Eulogy that took them back towards the entrance, a la Princess Bride divination rod, and they found a chunk in the wall missing that had apparently a piece, a shard of Eulogy that attempted to rejoin but was not able to do so. But once Quorus removed the shard, the section of wall closed together and there was a rumble, and out from the lava waterfall, a giant creature that revealed himself to be named Rizazro.
I miss it's
Risotto.
Yeah.
Not
I messed
risotto.
up that name in the recap, and I was like, I'm not refilming it.
It's
Ozai the Fire Lord.
it's not Ozai. It was Rizazro, I
Yes.
believe,
Yes.
correct? Yes. okay, I was like-
Razazro.
Yeah, I even gave you guys the spelling just so we wouldn't forget. Rizazro the Fire Lord, who appears to have been what was summoned with the breaking of the first seal. Accompanying him was 2 fire elementals. He thanked you for coming to visit and keep him company and to offer yourselves essentially to him. And there was then some attempts to flee, and he decided, you know what? No, we're not doing that. And he shifted right next to Void as Void tried to get out of there. So Void instead opened fire, which and started combat. It was a kick-ass combat. There was a lot of close falls, near falls. There was some death and dying almost. And eventually, you guys did manage to defeat Rizazro, but in the process, Nemea entered Primal Rage, in which she then turned on Alma. To try to stop that, Void told Sinbar to use Polymorph on Nemea. And Sinbar did successfully and turned Nemea into a giant sperm whale. Sinbar managed to maintain concentration and stay alive long enough for you to complete the fight, kill the bad guy. Void had another existential moment as well in there, where Sinbar, in an effort to just inspire Void, told them, "You're really important to us. We need you." Something along those lines. I don't remember the exact verbatim words. But there was a ton of damage done, a ton of damage taken and given. But at the end, Rizazro, as he was defeated, started being pulled back through the portal. But he promised that his brethren would avenge him. And as he was pulled through the portal, he wrapped a tentacle around the leg of Maribel and pulled Maribel through as well as the portal snapped shut. And that is where we are picking up. The portal is just closed. I believe the dire wolf's name, or the
Clarence.
Gloomhound's name, Clarence.
Clarence.
Yep, that's what I believe it was
The
Clarence.
Hound of Ill Omen, Clarence.
The Hound of Ill Omen, and Nemea flopping around as a sperm whale. And that is where we are picking up.
Clarence doesn't disappear just because Maribel went through the portal, right? Like, how long is Clarence still here for?
I have to look at the spell.
Okay.
It's in
That's
the
more of a-
shadow. It's in the Shadow Sorcerer features. It's not a spell.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that was just more of a technicality question
Yeah.
than anything, so.
Poor Clarence. But the portal is closed now. You said so.
Snapped closed behind him. Yep.
And did maybe I'm nitpicking at the minutia of HP too much. When Chorus like got the final blow, did it look like he was dying and the portal like saved him from actually death, or was it sort of like he died, created a portal in his death, and just like dragged people in?
It looked like he was killed,
Okay.
but it was kind of like this gas.
Last gasps of, oh no. We'll see you in a little bit, Dustin.
Bye, Dustin.
Hound of Ill Omen is
Rose.
5 minutes.
You know,
5 minutes.
There we go. Dustin's back.
My bad,
5
okay.
minutes on Hound of Ill
kind
Omen.
of like Die Hard. You know, when Hans Gruber, you know, hanging from the thing.
Yeah.
In his last effort, you know, he's going to try to pull the gun. And that's kind of what happened.
Okay. Cool.
And then he fell from the top of Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
Splattered.
Which is how we know Christmas is here.
That's right. So what are you guys doing?
Void is gonna look over at Sinbar. Sinbar, there's no sacrifices today. And I mean
No?
that. I mean that for me too. And Void is quickly unbuckling the like utility belt that has like all the sheaths for their dagger, their whip, their scimitar and stuff.
The batarangs.
The batarangs, yeah, and is tossing that to the ground. Palimpsest is out of bullets, so there's no chance of it accidentally firing, and also tosses that to the ground.
What are we doing?
Drop the spell. I'm gonna run forward, picking up some dust off of the ground, smushing it in my hand. Ishki,
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Ishki, I need your protection right now. Reforged in Shattered Verse and Pleading Whim to construct Guardian Redoubt shells of faith around thine vibrant wanderer, lost speaker, and deathly mother. And I blow the dust that I picked up, and it's going to create shells of sand around myself, Edie, and Alma. I've switched my judgment to protection. I have half cover. I have no weapons. And I am running towards Nemea Whale.
All right, Sinbar, after getting your affirmation of being sure, drops polymorph. Nemea, not enough time has passed. You are still in primal rage. And I will say that right now, it'll just be, for now, initiative between you two as far as like to how things are going to react. I will give Void the opportunity to act first, but go ahead and roll initiative between the two of you.
Dirty 20.
14.
Okay, so Void, you will get your first action as you are initiating this moment.
Okay.
But then Nemea will then again
Mm-hmm.
be top, and then it'll go back and forth. If
Nemea's
others
always top.
have anything that they want to do, you will roll initiative to enter in to what's happening. Sinbar is 2 beat up. He is staying as far back as he can. This is going to be you guys. He will add help if he needs to, but this is it. So Void, what are you doing?
Void is just standing next to Nemea and is like, everything's fine. Chorus is up. We're all fine. You protected us. We're good. And mechanically, I'm going to dodge. I'm just taking the dodge action.
Even though Void is weaponless, I imagine Chorus is still holding eulogy. Everyone's still looking beat to shit. And I imagine I've just seen Maribel pulled into a portal as well.
You were a whale when that happened.
I would have been able to see it.
You would be able to see it. With an intelligence of 3, it might be hard to comprehend what you were seeing. I'll let others chime in. Would she have recognized, do you think, what Maribel represented in whale form, do you think? Because she maintains her kind of... Okay.
Even
then
without,
yes.
because your wisdom is still fine. So, you know who friend and foe is.
Okay. Except in Rage she doesn't, but
And
I will let her...
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
A quick question, mechanically, because it might be I'm thinking it's relevant now. This is maybe a dumb question. Is Nemea
All questions are dumb.
actually tiefling/humanoid right now?
What do you mean?
As in, she's not a fiend or any of those other creature types that my judgments care about.
You do get a sense of fiend. Is it from tiefling heritage, or is it what? It's hard to say, but you do get a sense of fiend.
So my bonuses would be higher then, right? Oh, fuck. Neat. Good for me, but also bad for me.
So much. Neat. That says it all. Coming back into it.
All right.
Still primal with a 26. I'm going to strike out.
Attack
my
rolls
score.
26.
My attack roll is a 26.
Shield. Misses.
Even with the... Oh no, I would technically roll a disadvantage because you took the dodge action.
So you're always reckless, but then disadvantage
true,
from
true,
dodge,
true.
so
Yeah.
straight roll.
Yep. Okay, so that was 19. And the next one's going to be a dirty 20.
Nope.
Shield's still up.
Yeah. Even if shield wasn't up.
Third attack is definitely going to miss, but seeing you not strike back is giving me a moment to pause, and now I'm eyeing off other threats. Who's closest to me? I think Alma.
Oh, Void would be
I'd be over here.
Yeah, so I'm down here.
Oh, yeah.
Has the wall of fire and everything disappeared as well?
Everything
Layer
disappeared
actions?
as far as layer actions as soon as Rosazro faded away.
Cool. And is Alma holding weapons?
I think everybody's holding weapons still, yes.
Yep.
I mean, Alma, you saw...
Alma's never seen me primal.
This
Yeah, I
would
know,
be
but
my.
Are your weapons out because you're scared of Nemea, or would you have seen Void walking or running towards Nemea, literally putting away all of his weapons and putting on protection to everyone? Like, could there be an intelligence check for everyone to then put their own weapons away? Because we can clearly see that that's what Void's trying to do. They yelled across the room for Simba to, change her back, so clearly we're doing something. Maybe? I was just given the option.
The mace would definitely have been out first, just because with the encounter that we just finished up, but I think I think I would have put the mace away at least, because that's the only thing I would have left. I don't have the shield anymore. So I think the mace would be put to the side, at least for right now.
Cool. Not gonna move, but
It looks like she's
Seeing you-
looking elsewhere.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not going to Would I move? No. No, I'm not going to move, but I'm eyeing Alma warily.
Should I offer some assistance, Void?
I'd say just everybody, there's nothing to fight. We're all friends. We're just dancing. And with that, I'm going to continue dodging, but I'm going to duplicate roughly some of the basic Bolero steps that Euryxis was doing as part of the performance that the pedals do. So there's just this like gentle 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 count, Void like moving backwards and forwards and just trying to like occupy vision space.
Okay.
We're all friends here. There are no more enemies in this room. Dodge action, that's my turn.
Your turn. Okay, Nemea.
You will have captivated my full attention now. Hunkered down, wings flared defensively, tails thrashing about. And in primal state is going to hold an attack for anything that comes at her. But if nothing does, and there are no more perceived threats, then the primal will start to very slowly recede, and rather than snarling and growling, Nemea's breath turns lethargic and labored, like panting, as she recedes back into her rage. And then again, a couple of seconds go by, nothing happens. That too will drop. And then I'll just fall to my hands and knees, panting with exertion.
As that transformation's happening, Void's just doing like steps back and forth. He's just continuing the dance at like a combat distance, right? Not close, not invading her space, but making sure that they're the first one to take any hits if they happen. And is just gonna follow her to hands and knees, and is just like in like a little like sitting on heels prayer pose. You okay?
No. I don't look up.
Can I insight check what the no, what specifically the no is for? Like what's making her not okay?
You don't have to insight check.
Okay.
She's got a couple of like singed, like minor burns from the fire and everything like that. It's more shame and embarrassment that this has happened, and she panicked during this fight and then wasn't able to help Maribel or anyone.
Would you like some healing?
No. Others need it more.
Alma took care of us, just like you took care of us.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Sinbar's only at 8 hit points. I don't think everybody got taken care of. I don't know what chorus is at, but
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay. You're not, but okay. And Void will just stand up and go collect their belt and palimpsest.
Seeing that Void is now moving, I'm gonna start beelining towards Simbar just to make sure.
After I've got the the gear back, I will also join over by Sinbar because yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, he ain't doing too hot. I will cast Cure Wounds on him at 3rd level, just to make sure that he's not actively dying. So let's do this. That is not half bad. That's 19 points back for Sinbar.
Not half bad.
And then I'll do the same for Chorus at 3rd level as well. So then that's the last of my 3rd level spells. And that's going to be 13 points to Chorus. Let's see it.
So, what the fuck was that?
Sinbar, have you been able to recall anything else about the seals, about anything? Because that thing felt connected to it. And I will also... Is Sinbar still looking rough? Does he need some help?
He's not even halfway up yet. but-
Okay, I will do a 2nd level Cure Wounds on him. In the box, come on.
It's in the box.
I'm gonna use
13
my
points of
hands
healing.
on myself.
Ooh, nice. Now he's finally a little over halfway. Yes, the name Azro. He's an elemental lord. There's I guess 4 of them. Earth, fire, water, wind or air. Razazro must have. You said that the seal was broken. We heard that. If he's the first, that means the others are still to come.
Or maybe they don't have to come if we figure out who's breaking the seals.
I hope not. That was.
Has this got anything at all to do with the horsemen, or is that a whole other thing that we're worrying about?
Well, Sinbar, you said that the seals hold back the horsemen, but
Apparently they do more. Maybe the seal. What if Razazro was the seal? And he was broken free.
there's also something timing-wise that's off. If the thing in black armor is war, the barbarians, that whole business with Galefall predates when the seal got broken, which means war was already doing stuff, or something using war's power.
Maybe they're not. I don't know.
And if
Maybe there's more to it. Maybe it's not as simple as that. Maybe war. Maybe it's a spirit versus a being. Maybe the being existed and was imbued with power. I don't.
We need to
I
Maybe
thought it was
the
all
horsemen
fairy
are gonna
tale.
Release something worse. Does anyone want to come with me?
Where to, dear?
Go get the magic item that we're missing.
I can.
I mean,
Yeah.
For the cure wounds, by the way, I just Sinbar hears the ticking of a clock as Void grips his upper arm kind of at the shoulder and just gives him like a squeeze and gives him a look that's like, hey, I heard you, and is just acknowledging, giving him a meaningful acknowledgement before moving on.
And just for point of order, I used healing hands on myself and healed for 9 extra points.
I spent
was wishing he'd
time
studied
getting
healing
rid
magic.
of spell slots to gain a 5th level spell slot back. Just so you know.
I can go with you. I'm not actually that. Almost magic already kind of did everything it needed to do for me.
Alright. Ready?
As I can be.
I'm gonna cast the detect magic first.
Huh?
So then I can get the proper bearings of where this magic item is. And then I want to go back to the crack and see and then kind of just guess. I guess that's the point. And cast Dimension Door. Wait, is that a? Oh, sorry, it's a 4th level. I got the wrong spell slot back, but I can get
Sinbar
4th
can
level
do
back.
Dimension
It's
Door
cheaper.
too, but does that only allow him and one other person, right?
Me and one other person.
So Sinbar can join you, and we can take a couple people.
Have you got Dimension Door too?
He does. I've got two
Okay.
uses of it.
Cool.
Who
Then
wants
let's
to
play.
go down? I suppose.
I'll
can-
stay.
Okay.
Then Simba, just come along then.
I'll take a.
If you don't want
Boris?
to waste a spell slot, no.
No, I
you
can.
Don't need
Well,
to
you'll need one to
come.
go there and one to come back. So I can do it twice. I
We
can
might be
take
able
one
to.
and-
We might be able to find a way up once we're down there. If we're.
Yeah, and I still can use. I can still get back a 4th level spell slot. I have enough magic in me to rearrange.
It's gut magic.
As a sorcerer, I've got gut magic that I can swap and change depending on the cost.
I can't remember. Could we see down there?
A little bit,
So there was a little crack, and then there was over by the lava. There was another, like you could actually see down the lava fall. So
Oh, that's
another
right.
option, Sinbar is like, we could just go down here, and I could use Featherfall on some people, and you guys just jump down.
I'd like to not mess with lava if it can be helped. Not to
true, I
say
suppose.
other people can't. I just don't even trust myself.
No, that's fair. I suppose you can't direct your fall as very well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want me to stay, I'll stay. It's an offer to be able to have more people go down.
If
Will
something
you still
bad,
be able to detect your magic and come back? Okay.
Yeah, I have enough to be able to do 2 4th level spells, and I just used my detect. spell.
Okay.
I
Well,
got
then
it.
who's going
Ellie
with
keeps
you?
excellent accounting.
Take somebody, and the rest of us will stay up here, I suppose.
I grab onto Void's hand, and I cast Dimension Door. We whip to the floor below. That's what my picture in my head is, that it's the floor below. So we might fall a little bit.
It's within 500 feet, but Dimension Door allows you to go 500 feet.
Yeah.
So you see down there, and you pop up right against the wall at the bottom, but it's a whole big expanse, and you see actually like this walkway that appears to go deeper into the ground, but you to get the pull of the magic items, actually right near you there's a little bit of rubble, and they appear to be a couple items
ooh, couple.
right there that are buried under some of the rubble, but not. It appears that they might have been like up against the wall, and then when the crack opened, they fell below. But they're also like right on the edge of a precipice that they almost fell over the edge into the chasm below. The first
Well, I grab these.
item that you feel. Who's with you?
Me.
Wait, okay.
I can
is-
cast light, so I'll cast light on my ring if I have to get a light source down
Okay.
here.
Yeah, because both of you are.
We are not dark vision.
You are blind as bats right down here.
Yep.
It is a shield, and it is appears to be what would it be? What's the enchantment for a shield? Usually, is it conjure? not
If it's
conjuration,
if it's defensive, it would be abjuration.
abjuration. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so that's abjuration, and then the other one is it looks like a butt end. You get a feel of it's like a chunk of metal that's about fist sized, but it appears to have like a hole partially the way through, like it's supposed to be the cap for something, like the end cap for something.
It's magical?
It is got a sense of enchantment to it, but it also feels incomplete, as if it's part of a bigger picture.
Sorry, I just saw bird pulls in chat. What school of magic is it, Dusty?
It's this school of magic.
Got him.
I pocket those things.
No, you
and
don't. They're
strap
way
the
too big.
shield
Well,
to
one of them you
myself.
can get in the pocket. The other one's way too big for a pocket.
Well, you haven't seen Edie's pockets.
That's true.
All kinds of stuff in there.
Mhm.
Available in the merch store now. No, we don't.
Small villages.
Yeah, created live.
It's like that
Is
episode
there-
of Futurama where Bender's flying through space.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a whirl on his butt.
If I think about it extra, is there any magic going down that path?
Not within the range of what you can detect.
Did you say were there any other magical blips, or was it just those two?
Just those two.
Just those two. Okay. What kind of space are we in? Does this look like rock and cavern and like a lava room, or does it look like the throne room above, where it's like people would have gone down here for some sort of reason?
It doesn't look like it has anything to do with up above.
Okay.
It does appear to be make I'll say a survival check.
Ooh.
Could I do that too? Because I'm proficient in survival.
Sure, you can both make a survival check.
I can help if that. Oh, we'll just
Oh, no.
Just roll separately.
yeah.
Roll separately.
Come on, in the box. Ooh. 15.
Okay.
Dustin is Googling frantically.
I'm waiting to see what Edie rolled because I didn't hear her.
Oh,
Oh,
12, sorry. No.
12. Okay. So, Edie, you don't really notice anything. You're kind of caught up in the items that you just discovered. Void, as you're looking at the items, your ring kind of flashed on something, and you look down and you notice that there are some footprints that appear to have gone through, as well as some like drag marks, but they appear to be pretty old. But this, at least at some point, has been used as some sort of thoroughfare. Doesn't look like it's been recently used, but it does look like at some point somebody or some ones have traveled through here, maybe regularly. It's hard to tell with how old they are, but
Could we follow the tracks to where they go to or come from?
you are welcome to try to follow if you'd like.
Adventure.
Yeah, there's some tracks here. Let's It's not been 10 minutes since the fight, right?
No.
Okay. So yeah, let's move forward with clarity. And Void's eyes and Edie's eyes will both glow purple as
Okay.
I'll switch my judgment to clarity. So we've got a +2 on our wisdom checks and in checks.
For those of you that are up above, while they go down below, you notice after a couple minutes, Clarence sitting there staring at the spot where Maribel was taken, looks at you and just this mournful moo before winking out of existence. As their 5 minutes on this plane ends.
I
Void,
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. No. I'll
no,
say
you're fine. No, you're
I-
fine. It's not relative to. If it's coming back to this, there's no point to save it
Okay.
because it'll be beyond the moment. Like, so just go ahead.
Okay. I personally would go over to where like Maribel got taken out, where she went through the portal. And I personally will just like kind of kneel down and close my eyes to do a silent prayer towards Boz with the hopes that she'll watch over Maribel wherever she went.
Okay,
That's it.
perfect. Anybody else doing anything before we go back to the underground people? The mole people.
The underground people.
All right.
We flick a quick message up to Alma, and I just say, we're going on a little adventure, but I found something for you. We'll be right back.
I don't know if I like that.
And I wonder if you do hear Edie giggles come through the crack if you're listening.
I'll
Say
probably. Yeah. It's just like, and I could just go.
That's kind of horrifying.
The old lady Edie giggles.
We're going on a month start. We're going
Okay.
on a month
You
start.
continue
We're gonna catch a scare.
down the path.
We're not scared.
And you see that it continues. Like it's a
Jane dances to
long
that.
path. And eventually, after probably about a good 500, 600 feet,
Ooh, wow.
it stops
Gone to a dog.
being this chasm. And it becomes like more of a, like the chasm ends and you enter a proper tunnel where you're not at risk of falling off and dying. Roll a nature check, both of you.
Nature.
Get +2 on that.
I got +2 to 6.
No, you get an additional +2 because of clarity.
Ooh. 8, 9, 10.
19.
Edie, you're walking and you're enjoying the journey. Void,
I'm too busy singing.
it is almost imperceptible at first, but the path is slanting down. And you get the idea that you are traveling deeper under the mountain
Ooh,
and heading.
Balrogs.
Am I getting any magic pings?
Not currently, no.
Do we still see those tracks?
You do see the tracks.
Would I
Can
be...
I look? No, it's
Sorry. This is maybe a stretch because I am not the, like, Aragorn of the group. I'm not a tracker. But would I be able to tell if any of them are dwarven in shape or if they have been made roughly at the same time as the corpse upstairs?
Make a nature check. Or I'll say survival.
Okay. Ooh, another 19.
Um,
Don't have the hair to be Aragorn. No, I do not.
some of
I
them
do. Yeah, we
are
we do.
absolutely dwarven in nature.
Wait, doesn't he have like?
Some are also
Yeah.
elvish in
Mhm.
nature.
Oh, looks a bit.
The
Nope.
Make a Arcana check as well.
Ooh. Not good. Oh, but my Arcana's huge. Sorry. Hold on.
Actually, no, sorry. No. Nature. Sorry.
Damn. Then it's
Well, no, I'll allow Arcana.
okay. I was like, I rolled a 2, but with Arcana and with my judgment on, that's a 16.
Okay. Some of them also appear to be
Dragonborn?
spider-like,
Oh no.
and you do notice some signs of webbing up in the upper walls around you.
I'm gonna just grab like Edie by like the scruff and like, hold on. This is not a good idea.
Time to go home?
I think we are going deeper under the mountain. Who I thought these tracks were, I don't think it is, and I think we're about to find things we don't want to find.
Alright. Another time.
I'm not metagaming too much in connecting dwarves, elves, and spiders underground being the fucking unholy trio of drow, Duragar, and Lolth nonsense, right? Yeah. Nope. Out.
It
Audi
is known.
5000. It is known. This is not the way.
One more void intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Great intelligence. check.
Okay. I do still get my judgment bonus on that, so it's not
Yeah,
just
fine.
my normal bad roll 10.
Okay.
I still have I thought I would need it for whatever happened with Nemea, but I still have Bardic Inspiration from
How long
Sinbar.
does Bardic Inspiration last for?
10 minutes. So if my
Okay.
judgment's
You are
still up, I still
just-
got yeah.
Yeah, you are just
I
at
figure
about the
I'm
end of it.
I rolled maximum, which is very appropriate for the RP of what that judgment was. So that's an 18.
You do recognize one of the footprints, though. Like as you're getting frustrated, you do see a footprint of dwarven nature that has this particular boot mark that's very familiar to you. That is different than a normal, especially underground dwarf would wear. This is the boot print of somebody who has done a lot of traveling, but also likes to kind of flaunt
Mhm.
their money a little bit. And you know this boot mark.
As
Your
Void
hand instinctively goes for that coin in your pocket.
As Void like starts pulling Edie back, sees the boot mark and is like, Edie can feel the grip on her go from like kind and guiding to like little bit of a death grip, and then it like relaxes.
You okay?
More pieces to a puzzle. I'm okay for now. We should get back to the others.
I grab onto Void's hand and I squeeze just that little bit tighter like you just did. So then you look at me, you know, when you're just getting someone's attention, and as soon as you look, I just say, we're in the mud together. And then she walks with you back.
Void's face becomes very childlike for a second, and then like flickers back. Thanks.
And yeah, once we get back to the section that we were up before, as soon as we understand, like depending on how far we walked, I can dimension door us back.
While they were underground, what were the rest of you doing? Forrest
Probably
doing?
in my frustration, I'll have gotten up and I want to go back to that rock. Even with Chorus's help, I couldn't move it before, but I just need to do something. So I want to try and move it, but I know I have
You have
points of exhaustion.
2 points of exhaustion. Yeah.
So what's the second? Is that
That's
movement?
first one's on checks. Second one's on saving throws.
Half movement speed.
Half
half movement?
second.
Third
Oh,
one
is it?
is
Saving
both
throws?
attacks and saves.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so on ability. So yeah,
So you got 2 levels?
I've got 2 levels.
Well, I can't click it because it's not my character.
No, that's okay. I'll fix it up later. I'll try mine. 10 and a 7 strength. So plus 3, so it'd be a 10. Wait, would this be an
Be a
Athletics.
athletics.
fuck me,
7.
7, so it'd be 14. So it's still not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
you try to budge, it just doesn't move.
Okay, and we've already determined that the cause of death of what we presume is Rannoch is an arrow through the eye.
Some sort of puncture wound in the skull.
It
Yeah.
cracked, so it was a very apparent, like, blunt force trauma to the head, so.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been. It was It was something that caused
Something
this
went-
piercing.
Yeah, and then the wings are more bird-like. They don't have the fingers. Already
Correct.
taking the feathers. Yeah. Give up on that. I'll sit down, and Leroy will sit down in between my knees. He'll just look up at me. Give me a little screech. And wait for the others. And anyone
Finbar
who's
will
around
come
me
just
can...
sit next to you and just kind of sit against you and just be there.
Who?
Sinbar.
I shy
You
away
want-
from his touch.
Okay. Then he moves away.
Like, I don't push him away or anything, but
Sure.
the second I feel
But he
physical
seconds.
contact...
He senses you don't want to have any company, so he moves. Not too far. It's where he can still kind of be there for you, but
my wings will wrap around me like a blanket, and I'm having a pity party for myself.
Alma, of course, what are you guys doing? Alma, you said you kind of were doing the thing for.
Yeah, I'll
Maribel.
I'll still be in the same spot, just sitting in silence as a means of devotion towards Boz to ask for her to watch over Maribel.
Of course, are you doing anything?
Chorus will hang out for a minute while Nemea tries to push the rock, and then also go and sit down sort of next to her, not like right next to her, but in the general area, and take out the little piece of eulogy and kind of study it a little bit, see what
Okay.
there's anything
Make an Arcana check.
there. 6.
No, not working there. Where's my Gorilla Glue? Okay. You guys eventually make your way back to the surface. And
There
see
was
the group.
nothing else to that lower cavern, right? It was just like a cave thing where stuff had fallen into, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
spider vomit.
it was a path that appeared to be going and coming somewhere. Like it
Right.
went both ways. You were following where it went to.
Gotcha.
You didn't go up to see where it had come from, but you get the feeling that it was some sort of underground network down there, potentially, that leads to and comes from somewhere. Like it's a whole different.
But in terms
Thoroughfare.
of it to the cave,
Doesn't appear to have any connection.
not
that you are
connected.
aware
It
of.
was just like a hole opened up between the two things and some stuff fell down there.
something maybe during the earthquake or something that happened.
Yes. Yeah.
While we're sitting there, can I like grab a piece of Rannoch's skeleton? Like just like a small bone.
Attendy. Digit. Attendy.
While I've
Metacarpal.
still got detect magic up, can I just do the rest of the sweep of the room? Because we got to the lava point before getting distracted, so can I just double check that there's no more?
How long does detect magic last?
10 minutes.
It's probably running out pretty soon, but you do
If you
one
want
last
me
kind
to
of
use
sweep.
my last spell
Nope,
slot
you
on
kind of
room.
do one more sweep and you don't feel any other items.
Okay.
Cool.
Were you able to find the things that you felt earlier, Edie?
Yes, I have a surprise for you.
And the big shield that she's got attached to her back, she takes that off and she's like hiding it, and then she's like,
Like she did
Alma,
with
as
the
she
axe
pulls
to
that
Barbarian.
out,
Ta-da!
you actually feel the haft on your back quiver. And
Quiver. It quivers.
Edie, you feel the little palm-sized metal piece start to vibrate in your pocket.
Oh, it turns out I have something else for you too.
and I like I pull out the thing and I let go of it because it seems to want to go somewhere. But if it does, if it just stays on my hand, then it stays on my hand. But
It starts
if it's gonna
like
do something cool,
rolling
it's gonna
a
do
little
something
bit,
cool.
like attempting to, but it's not ball shaped, so it attempts to like roll a little bit towards Alma.
For you.
Having a suspicion of possibly what might happen with touching this thing,
It's a
I'll
cup.
reach out and I'll grab the like pommel part, or what I assume is the pommel, from Edie's hand.
You grab it. It's not a pommel so much because I mean it's a cap.
Or the bottom end
But
of
it,
it. Yeah.
but it does appear that the size and shape of the opening in the piece will fit perfectly with the haft that you wear.
I want to actually try to like, see if it fits, like if it'll just automatically go on its own, kind of like what happened with the shard piece with Eulogy, just seeing if it kind of does it on its own.
As you attempt to do that, it stays for a second, but then it falls. And you hear a voice in your head. If only it was that easy.
I'll bend down and I'll grab it and pick it back up. I guess there's a little more that needs to be done with this then. Thank you, Edie, for bringing this and the shield. The shield would be fantastic.
The shield, I'm gonna keep that shield actually.
Ah,
I'm just joking.
I'll grab it and I'll like put it on my back where the old shield would have been.
Uh,
Is there any? I'm assuming there's nothing special about this one, right? It's just a normal shield.
Oh, it's magic.
It's magic.
Oh.
I was going to ask, did you want me to try and figure out what it is? I can identify now that we're not.
Sure. That'd be a good thing to have too. And I'll hold it over towards Void so that they can identify.
So Void will just like crisscross applesauce, sit with the shield, do identify on it, and then also like getting out the orb, the crystal ball that we found before everything popped off.
I can identify something as well if you'd like. That way we can double up.
Sure. Pass the orb over to Sinbar.
So Sinbar will sit and take 10 minutes with Void. He looks at his pearl and then looks at your pearl. About the same size.
About the same size.
So
cold in here.
fragile.
We maybe should move over closer to the lava, see if the pearl gets any bigger.
I'd rather not.
Okay. Back to back? So we don't have to make eye contact? All right, then. He looks picked up.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
After 10 minutes passes, the shield is an adamantine shield.
Ooh.
Dope.
It is crafted out of adamantite, which is, one of the hardest and strongest metals in existence. It increases the wielder's armor class by an additional 1 on top of the already one. So it's a +2
Yay!
shield. And instead of meets it, beats it, if somebody attacks you, they have to beat your armor class
Ooh.
to actually hit.
Wow.
Yay!
So essentially, we'll give you a plus. It'll add a +1 to your armor class, but they have to go 2 above to hit it. So if your
Gotcha.
armor's a 15, it gives you a 16, and they have to hit 17 to hit you.
Yay!
You'd think they'd just give you a 1 extra AC, right? What's the
Yes,
point, right?
yes, mhm,
It's tricky
yes,
wording.
yes.
It would be a +2 then.
It's effectively a +2 shield.
Yes.
Because what situation would that not work in? Is that like spells? Because we don't have spells don't hit through armor and stuff either
Sure
in
they do.
D&D, do you?
There's literally no situation in which saying instead of meets it beats it, it only beats it is not mechanically the same as just
Look, I'm
giving
just
another
reading it
+1.
off of. I'm just
I
reading
No,
it
no,
off
no,
of-
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah,
no-
yeah. I just was curious if
I'm
there
not sure
actually
if
was
this shield has it, but there is an additional aspect to adamantine shields that if
It
you
is, but that's
miss-
too complicated to compound.
Sure,
According to
but
Void.
that's why the AC
Yeah.
doesn't go up, is because if it misses by a certain amount, you take force damage.
This
when
is
it
that
misses.
shield. If you want to calculate that, you can instead. 100% this is that shield.
Wait, why?
Here.
It's a
I will.
it's a very wild homebrew mechanic that is interesting.
Yeah, I tried finding it and
Here,
I
I'm
need
going to link it to you.
Thank you.
Send the link.
And then I will add it to inventory shortly.
Thank you. I'm
The other item after Sinbar goes through, it is a crystal ball. It can be used for scrying, essentially, and seeing
How
what
convenient.
is. Yeah, right? How weird.
Armor.
You want me just to throw it back down the chasm? Oh no! Sinbar drops it while
Don't look a
identifying
gift
and
horse
it
in the mouth,
disappears.
man.
I mean, technically, we only needed it for Maribel, so you can do whatever you want.
No, because Alma can scry.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I mean, it's convenient to scry.
wow.
What?
Alma, is the shield that you're currently rocking the damaged one?
I got rid of it, so because I didn't know how much of an
Gotcha,
impact it
okay.
was. So I've been running around without a shield, and I've been a bit tendy. So it's
Cool.
Chorus, do you want a shield?
I need to replace my shield. I'm still at -1 AC from the rust monsters.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had a shield. Every time I picture you, you don't have a
course.
shield.
Chorus has like a little buckler. It's not really like it's very abstract shield. Yeah, I don't think it's been in any of his art.
Yeah.
Anything like that. It's just it's attached.
Mm-hmm. Attached.
Like my bark armor.
Does the crystal ball cast its own like scrying spell, or is it just a material component? It's just
casts
magic.
its own.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, that's why I was thinking is that like the mundane like spell component.
And it has a DC 17
yeah.
save.
Because like when you just get a spell component for it, it's just that. It's just a glass ball essentially. The magic item can double as the material component, but also gets to do it on its own. So it's very cool.
Okay. Uh-huh. That's very cool.
I'm pretty beat, guys. This was a lot.
Yeah.
Nemea, are you okay?
Yeah.
Everyone else doing all right?
I'm fine. 12
Is-
deception.
Is this enough lava for the lantern, or
I was just about to think about that.
I forgot.
Do I think this would be enough lava for
I mean, it's a decent sized.
it's a good lava flow?
Yeah. And as you went down below, you saw, like, you could have looked down where the flow went as you passed it. It goes down a ways, but it's a big, like, just opening down there of inside the volcano.
Okay. I'll go take a look at it. There's some other stuff that I want to just look at. Make sure that I haven't missed anything. I'll just start walking around the cave. I want to look for... I'm going to continue fucking debating everyone. OOC. Knowing who was here, I'm going to look for any gaps, any noticeable things that aren't present.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
And the judgment is gone by now, so
Right.
this is just normal. Normies. Investigation. Every time it fucking counts. 12.
You come upon a place as you're walking around, closer to where the throne was. That looks like it was some sort of, like, resting place of something. Like there would have been like a stand or something, but you see like the outline of like a square, like where a pillar might have been or something that's no longer there. And then you see like rubble that maybe it was knocked over, but with that roll, you don't really kind of check anything. You see anything else?
Okay. If I see that, can I look around the area nearby for any footprints that might have survived all the fracas?
Make another survival check.
11.
It's all caught up with
Yeah.
essentially the fight between you and the creature, but also whatever what you assumed to be Rannoch was maybe that killed it. There was a fight there. It has totally seems to have obliterated any remaining footprints that you can determine.
Okay, then not finding any other places, I'm just gonna look at the lava flow and just kind of like, I want to find like, not trying to elicit a joke, the thickest, meatiest stream of this lava that like we could like push this like anglerfish lantern into and like bury it in lava quickly. I don't want to like chuck it down a hole and be like, done, and it just clatters around in there, and then it's just like lying there waiting for whoever the fucking footprints were from to like stumble bumble into it and find it, right?
Sinbar could also use Mage Hand to help you do that, so you're not shoving
Yes.
it in.
Yes, I was not planning on. I'm just looking for. I'm picking out
Yeah,
the
I
real
mean-
estate. I'll get the
Yeah.
contractor in a second.
You see, I mean, there's plenty. The flow is a pretty thick, meaty, juicy flow that seems perfect to do the job.
But we want to see if we can talk to her first for fun.
You actually stole an idea I had, But
That lava
sorry.
shot.
nope. So
I said nothing. And Edie like puts her head down. She's like, I said nothing.
so
I tried to
while
rock again.
if I'm assuming that Void's been doing this alone, that no one followed them to go and
Yeah.
look around stuff.
I mean,
If you want to follow, you can follow.
did you say that we could? Because otherwise Edie probably was distracted.
Void didn't mention anything. It was just like, hey, I'm gonna go check out the cavern for anything that we might have missed, and just
Yeah, they
walked.
just left on their own
Yeah.
volition.
Edie's gonna be so mad.
Void's gonna pull out the anglerfish lantern. How's little Angly doing? Is he looking a little bit more octopusy?
Time wise hasn't been that long.
Maybe a couple of
Couple
weeks.
weeks.
I guess it has, hasn't it? It just feels like I
Mhm.
forgot we fast tracked a lot of that.
Yeah.
He's
lot of
absolutely
overland travel.
looking. He's also looking remarkably angry. And yeah, you do notice that there are some like protrusions starting to come out the sides of the anglerfish that have, done that.
I'm gonna hold it and like mean mug the anglerfish for a little bit. And then I'm gonna use message so that I can get a response back. Hey, bitch. I can do a good job of hiding you, or I can do a shit job of hiding you. If you have any information about who you were sharing a head with for a few days, tell me.
What was the question?
She has any information about anything else going on in Nemea's head. Because she was inside Nemea. If there's another presence, if there's another, like, possession happening.
Gotcha. Roll a persuasion check.
Not intimidation?
Sure, I'll allow intimidation.
I am giving her an ultimatum, like, play ball or else.
I mean,
Standing over lava.
Yeah.
aren't you already? You're gonna kill her anyway. Like,
I could do a good job or a bad job.
I will say, also roll deception.
Okay. Intimidation was that. Ha! Intimidation was an 11, and Void's tired, y'all. The deception was a 6 off of a natural one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you hear back in the mind of the message. Poor unfortunate soul.
Aha! Back in the bag! And then I pull her back out. First strike. Last chance.
Roll again.
Both rolls.
Both rolls.
Is the deception because I'm still
You're
going?
trying to, because she knows she is going to believe you're going to kill her either way. So she's trying to. You're basically trying to convince her.
I'm genuinely offering to.
You're trying to give her maybe trying to give her an idea that she might escape this somehow.
Yeah. Because I could put her all the way into the lava, or I could just like put her halfway in, and maybe she's got a chance.
Maybe either way, she feels like she's going into the lava.
True. Yeah. That's fair.
And in the body of an anglerfish, there's not a whole lot of options.
Yeah.
She knows her
Opening
situation
the
is pretty
canister.
precarious.
Yeah. 9
Magical item.
9 for intimidation, dirty 20 for deception.
Second here.
The DM's typing. I
The
don't know if I
DM's
like the DM's
typing.
The
typing.
next response: in pain, in need.
We're gonna get sued if you keep going.
There's enough downtime between, and
There's enough time. It's yeah. Ah.
But
It's a
do I
shame.
help them? Yes, indeed.
No more riddles or song. What are you saying?
What's in it for me?
A chance at surviving this.
I need more.
Oh.
I need a new home.
There's people who walk past here occasionally. I just saw their footprints. You won't have to wait too long.
I'm trapped in here.
Someone will find you.
I need more.
I don't even know if you have anything to offer me.
You don't know that I don't.
I'll take that bet. You have a lot more to lose in this than I do.
Ah, yes. But you have this burning desire to know something, and it's eating you alive.
Never underestimate my capacity for foreplay. I worship a god of mysteries. You're going back in the bag, have a fun funeral, and fuck off forever. I shove her in the bag.
Okay.
And I go back to the group.
Okay.
Well, because Sinbar is going to do mage handies into the lava for very effective, complete nukish.
Got it. Full submersion.
Full submersion, hold her there.
Then like once they've been in there for a bit, then we'll pour water over that section of lava so it
Yes.
is encased in stone
Oh.
forever.
Mhm.
You return to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Find anything?
No. Well, I have a feeling there was other stuff here. Might have been relevant for why we came here, but it's all guesswork. It's gone now.
Could
Do we
we
want to-
work out what's missing?
There's a place of import, some sort of storage area for something that might have been important over by the throne. It's a gap in data. It's not data itself. I don't know. Whoever was. We're too late.
What were you looking for?
Because can't we, if we get a good idea of what it is, can't we scry on objects?
Alma, can you? I mean, your goddess is the goddess of the moment of death. Can you speak with the dead?
I can, but I've expended my energy to do so today. We'll have to spend the night here or be willing to come back in the morning. And I'll look over towards, like, Rannoch's body or the skeleton of it. I might be able to speak with Rannoch.
That would probably be useful if we were looking for something here.
That'd be pretty big.
Well, we also need to see if maybe Rannoch would still be able to tell us anything about our, situation.
Void's eyes go to the other corpse in the room. Both of these might have answers. Can anyone tell how long ago this person passed? I'm not very good at this kind of
Which
stuff.
person? The other
The
skeleton?
humanoid.
I can try.
That would be helpful, thank you. And I'll help however I can, but just trying to get like a time of death, rough estimate.
Okay.
What kind of check would this be?
That would be medicine.
16.
What? 27.
Oh.
I'm a healer. What do you want from me?
No, nothing. That was fantastic. That was a great roll. You look at the body and see it's been dead a while, but the fact that it's as far gone as a skeleton as it is deceptive. It should not have been dead long enough to be a stripped down skeleton. You kind of get the idea that maybe carrion creatures have picked it clean. Hard to pinpoint exactly without flesh and things like that. But there is enough like meatiness left on the bones to kind of tell you that it's within probably the last 6 months to a year.
Would it be hello fresher than 5 weeks?
Could be indeed.
That's suspicious.
I'm sure that our sponsor loves being associated with some corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey man, when we sponsor you, we will sponsor you really well. We'll mention you a lot, but it's going to be in bad contexts, and you got to deal with that.
This is what you signed up
Also,
for.
click
Please don't
the
leave
link.
us.
Also, click the link.
Click
Yeah.
the link. Click the
Speaking of bones, on the bone chicken wings, I'm sure HelloFresh has some. I think I haven't looked at the
And
menu
they're
today.
delicious.
And they're
Speaking
delicious.
of getting boned, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
They've
my
got
God.
bone-in ribeye.
Alma, you think this is 5 weeks or less, potentially, around that time?
It's deceptive, but it could very well have been. And we could obviously ask more questions tomorrow, or at our earliest convenience, but I can't do that now, sadly.
What's one more day? What's one more day? Ah!
Void broke.
Okay.
I don't know if that's Void or Matt
This
that
is Void.
broke.
This is
Okay.
Void.
I figure they're the same.
What's one more day? What's one more day of just the wrong decisions?
Why don't we make camp here? We already know the threat's gone. The hot air balloon can still be outside. Goddard can return back to the village. We can ask him to come and pick us up the following morning.
Do we have anything else left to do here? Is that what you needed? More time?
Just more time for the sake of speaking with what I believe is to be Rannoch and this individual.
Wasn't it only a couple of hours drive? Ride?
Couple hours yeet on the skeet.
Yeah.
It was a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah, but the wind moves so much faster up there. It can take days to walk back.
Well, he flies back tomorrow to get us. We sleep here. If everyone's comfortable sleeping here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sinbar, do you have enough energy left for another tent?
Well, I can do that anytime. It just takes a little bit of time.
Before
Then
we
it's...
No, go ahead.
It sounds settled then. We stay here.
Could we let our ride know?
We should let them know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've been waiting outside for us to come back out, and I don't know how. I hope they're getting along okay.
The barbarian fellow seemed pretty nice.
He's lovely.
But he did attack our host, or our pilot's village. I hopefully there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't of his right mind.
Yeah.
And
But
if
also there
were
might
hard-
have been other creatures. I don't know. Just maybe make sure they're okay is all.
Good plan.
He may have already left too.
I don't think they would have left without us.
No, not Garda, the barbarian.
Oh, to go home?
We said we'd get him part way.
Yeah.
I think he said he would stand and keep an eye on the pilot and keep him safe.
Mm-hmm.
We can always go
Not
out
true.
and see.
I mean, it's literally just go out the door.
Yeah.
It's not hurting anything.
Yeah.
You guys can check on him while I put the hut together.
Mm-hmm.
Sinbar, can we do something before we do that?
Oh, sure.
There's this, and I'll pull out the lantern with the weird anglerfish in it. We need to
It's quite
shove this
ugly.
in lava really, really well and make sure that it stays in there. So I was hoping you might be able to with Mage Hand.
Oh, of course, I can do that for you.
And I'll hand
I
it
knew.
off to him.
I nearly forgot we had her in there.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hey, Raiders, welcome in. He takes the lantern and walks over with it. Just right in here?
Right in that section right there. It should be
Okay.
thick enough to hold it and burn it away.
And he takes it and just, you see this mage hand insert, and the lava starts pouring, and you hear the sissing and bubbling as the steam from the vial breaks in the lava. And in all of your minds, especially Nemea's, who have encountered this, you hear this one last shriek. Alma, you're the only one actually who doesn't hear it because you've never experienced Vanessa. You hear a shriek as the submersion into lava takes over, and eventually it cuts off.
Now that song I liked. Shame I'll only get to hear it once.
Make sure you take the item out of your inventory,
Yes.
but it is gone, and as far as you can tell,
And Void's
so
actually
is
gonna
Vanessa.
Void's gonna actually pull out the Eye of Ale and make sure that she hasn't done any last minute undead spooky ookies and see if that eyeball's doing anything.
Does not appear to be moving, and I'm glad you remembered you had that.
Mm-hmm. I should have used it back when we saw skeletons and I was kicking myself when I was rewatching last episode. Ah. Finally one thing right.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, my mind's a little foggy. Mentioning Alma speaking with the dead, do we have to stay here for that? Do we need the whole body, or can we take a part of it back to Galefall?
We just need the head, right?
Alma, this is your magic. You would know.
1 second as I refer to D&D Beyond. Hang on.
It says the corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. So
A head is a
I mean,
corpse.
I would assume that a head would work. Depends on which head you're wanting to take. The head of Rannoch may not fit on the
It's very girthy.
hot air balloon with you all. The head of the other creature probably would, because it's about the same size as yours. But Rannoch's head is,
Wouldn't it be like 4 feet across?
it's pretty good size for all of you being on a basket that was already stretched
That's
pretty
fair.
tight.
Yeah, we were already packing that thing full.
The other thing too is Alma would not want to desecrate either of the bodies, so she would very much want to let them stay where it is.
Makes sense.
She's still somewhat of a cleric. It's like just a little bit.
I remember that in cleric school.
Oh, I'm not the cleric. Okay. I love you,
So
Haley.
are you staying the night? Is that what's happening, or are you
Mhm.
going to take it back? Okay.
Is Goddard does Goddard want to stay with us, or does Goddard want to do an Uber and just like go back and then come here tomorrow?
Get us tomorrow.
He's happy to do whatever. He feels safe enough, but he's happy to go back and come back if that's what you guys want.
Cool.
Because without knowing what time you guys are going to want to be
We're-
ready,
We'll be at
it
his
might
mercy.
be easier. It'll
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
easier
we
for
should
you
have
to
to have a picnic or something on the
Yeah.
mountain.
picnic
And
on
it
the
would
mountain.
depend on the weather as well.
If he stays, then he's here. We can just anchor the basket down, and we just have another friend for the evening.
Drinking. Drinking.
Let me go get my bottle.
Oh God.
What could possibly go wrong drinking next to a volcano with an
Nothing.
open lava flow?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, as you guys get the tent constructed and get ready to sleep, we're going to go ahead
Can
and take our
Simba
break.
make the walls of the tent solid so then we can't walk into them? Or is it always just...
You get to choose who can or cannot pass through it.
take away the permission once you're inside? Like a sim stuck in a
No,
kick
you
you
can't. You can't Sims pool them. Can't put them in the pool and
you know
take
what?
away the
Maybe-
stairs.
Or in the room with no bathroom and doors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put the tent up in the gap towards
We'll
the
just-
lava, and then don't give us permission to get past it.
That's not bad.
Yeah. We will discuss
Uh,
this and other finer points of tent construction while
After
we're on
the
After our
break.
Yep.
Okay.
So
See
come
you
back
in a
in 5 minutes,
second.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, don't go.
Hey guys, we're back. Did you miss us? I know you did. I know you did. We're back. In case you are just joining us, the group has Void did a little sweet number with Nemea to help her exit Primal Rage, which was pretty sweet. The sun got real low for a minute, but it was all right. Void stayed safe. Then they did some dinking around in the Underdark, at least the upper portions of the Underdark, possibly, where they discovered some trails that appeared to belong to some elvish creatures, some dwarvish creatures, and possibly some spider creatures, which led to the unholy trinity of Durgar, Drow, and Driders, or some other Lolth nonsense. Void had some one-on-one time with Vanessa, the fish in a bottle thing, and Vanessa attempted to barter for her freedom, which did not work. And then Void had Sinbar use Mage Hand to stick it into the lava, get that sweet lava coverage, and end Vanessa's existence as far as they can tell. And then they had some discussion about what's going to happen. They're looking at possibly doing Speak with Dead on the skeletons or skeleton of Rannoch. And then they were getting ready to do a long rest. And that's where we're picking back up.
And we sleep.
Is it the next morning?
We can fast forward. Everybody can do, if you want to just go ahead and do that. We will take our long rest.
Yes, please.
Everybody wakes, thankfully, and it's a new day. And you all have your full spell slots and your hit points and all that good stuff. And you are a new day, facing a new day.
All evening and like as we were camping down, Void was just like taking out the coin and messing with it in their fingers and not really like listening but not really participating in anything.
Listening but not listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
First thing in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I'll actually start going over towards Rannoch's body to prepare.
Okay.
And I'll wait for the others just so that I don't start without them.
Yeah, Void is definitely paying attention to that. Wants to see how that goes.
Once Edie's got a chance to be standing next to Void, she clinks her coin that Void gave her against the coin that Void's holding, and just is at it. And that's all. She just wants to know that Void. She wants Void to know that Edie's noticed you playing with the coin.
Void glances at the coin, glances at Edie.
You weren't offended by that. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for how attached are you to this coin if I smack it with another coin?
No, Void just does this little sort of coy little shrug look, and the coyness is very playful and fun, and then it just gone out of their face.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing this or what's happening?
So, some ground rules. We can only ask each of these corpses 5 questions. Their answers might be cryptic, brief. It may not be fully detailed like we want, but it's something. So I guess before we potentially waste questions, what do we ask of supposedly Rannoch?
Are you Rannoch?
Mm-hmm.
It feels almost like a waste, but I think making sure that it is who we think it is would...
What about instead asking their name so then there's no... what if they're a Rannoch hater, and then as soon as we ask about it, then they don't talk to us anymore? I don't know.
Not bad idea.
Unless they give a cryptic name.
Could
If
also
she
ask,
knows.
why they're here before we ask who they are. That might give us, they might reveal more in a more general question. We could save "Who are you?" for last if we,
Don't get it out of the
don't get
questions.
it.
Mm-hmm. If the other answers don't make it obvious, or yeah.
I would like to know what killed them, but I feel
Yes.
like that might be a very personal question too. So if no one else wants that,
Maybe ask who, not what, because they might say a blow to the head.
We don't need to ask it of this one, pointing at the humanoid corpse, but we should definitely ask it of the celestial.
I mean,
I have a
This-
personal vested interest in figuring out how a celestial can die. But
Yes. Yeah.
that's all good. What do we know that this rock wasn't thrown?
If the
I
how
think-
is important, we can ask, but I know who.
You know who?
No, who what?
Anyways, other questions for Celestial?
should we ask about the seals or anything like that? I mean, I don't.
Couldn't
This
hurt.
might be just like a hermit crab situation where one powerful being cleared out and another picked up the home, but
It wouldn't
maybe
hurt.
they'll know something.
Maybe Rosazro showed up here because Rannoch had some sort of tie to the seals. We should definitely ask about Eulogy.
But we also need to ask Rannoch about the, well,
The hammer?
potential cure for the king.
Oh, yeah.
You know the whole reason you're here.
Yeah, that one.
We don't need to ask about eulogy specifically. I mean, if we have a question left, we can, but
Yeah, if we have a question, then... If we want to make sure and know about the king stuff... Void is eyeing Sinbar very cautiously as we talk about that kind of stuff. Because I don't think Sinbar's in on the gag, is he?
Hard to say at this point because you guys have talked about a lot around him.
We've talked in veiled references about, but the king stuff has not popped up very often in
I
conversation.
don't think it
So I
has.
don't think he knows. He might suspect something is going on, but he doesn't know.
as much as I personally hate this idea, should we fill him in on what's going on there? He's close enough now. He knows about the seals. He knows about all the other stuff. Maybe we just bring him into the inner folds. We can always kill him. We have a whole hot air ride back. Remember, we can just toss him out.
Sinbar, we've been entrusted with a secret that is of the utmost importance to the kingdom of Cezanne, and no one, Edie, I love you. No one can know. No one else can know.
I believe when I was younger, we did this thing where we would do this. And I will pinky promise that I will not tell anyone what you are about to tell me.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me hate you. Just for the record.
And he just turns at you and smiles.
Other
walk.
hand up, no fingers crossed. That breaks it. It's got to be.
Yeah, where's the other hand? Let's see all the fingies.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like, the nails are meticulously, like...
Take your boots off, no
shaped.
toes.
Also, maybe it's worth saying, if you do reveal this information, probably no one will believe you, and also the spy master on the council will probably have you killed. So,
Wait, weren't you the one that wasn't understanding the tiefling that cried wolf? I remember specifically that you didn't understand that analogy.
That was a bit.
What? Really?
We really like messing with you. The king is not dead, and we are attempting to fix that with some sort of power that might have been here.
Oh. Oh.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
That's earth-shattering. Big. Don't tell anyone. Okay.
Yes, no, that is... Excellent. Thank you. That explains a lot, actually. But we can digest that later.
In pursuit of that information, maybe we should talk to the humanoid first, because they might have some more insights on that. Hold on, Edie is conferring with her counselor.
Yeah, the council.
Yeah, I'll let her answer it out loud so that I was asking, meaning the good side of the world, did we put him in a crystal?
The
Did
council,
The bad guy put it?
the bad guys killed him with Devil's Tears poison, which cannot be solved via resurrection magic or normal poison curing magic. And so
Right.
the council with, I think Grim was his name,
Yep.
like leading the magical charge, put him in a big crystal, and
Yeah.
there's
A
like
couple
a
of them
freeze.
die every
Yeah.
month and stuff, just
Every-
to make sure he
every
keeps
so
going.
often
Crystal.
someone
One
dies.
dies, not a couple.
Yeah, that crystal is siphoning off their life force to keep the king's life force alive.
He's basically like frozen in time at the moment of death, waiting for something to save him.
Yep, I was just confirming.
Like essentially like slowed down his heart so it's not pumping the poison kind of through fast, things like that. Yeah.
What I did was illegal, right? Fifth.
I have no recollection.
I have no recollection. I do not recall.
I wonder if the poison was made from like devil's tears
Oh,
or
yes,
something
the
related to
poison.
devils.
Cusco.
What if we give him some angel bones? You think maybe they'll counteract each other?
Bones are
Maybe we can
classically the
make the
antithesis to
skeleton cry.
tears. That's bullshit. I don't know. It's,
I've heard that getting boned helps with the tears.
Okay.
or it might cause them. There's a lot of. We don't know. I don't know. So we can take some bones back with us, assuming that Alma's okay with a small defilement of the corpse.
Did we think that this Rannoch was going to be alive when we got here?
We didn't
Yeah,
know.
we did.
Well, we didn't know. We knew that Rannoch existed and that had fallen quiet.
Mhm.
I think we should just get to it then, because we are burning daylight, and it
Yes,
is,
yes. We need to get back.
we need to get back.
Before
I'm
the
sure
wind conditions
Alma wants to
change,
see
right?
Zoro again.
And the wind conditions
Speaking
are
of
perfect.
bones,
Heyo.
I'm gonna slap Chorus like right in the shoulder, just like I did with Void when Void.
I didn't say anything, by the way. I'll just have you know. They're
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
they're
only
jumping to
you.
conclusions.
You haven't tried very hard to hide anything either.
Also,
Your
Alright.
hair was down.
so
No makeup.
who are you, or some variation
different kind of tear
that?
stains.
Moving on. Who are you, or something?
No,
How
that
did
was
you
last. Remember?
die? Potentially. Yeah, I'm just counting.
Oh,
Well, not necessarily the last at first, but how did you die, or what killed you, something like that.
Mhm.
Who killed you?
I think how did you die is the most all encompassing because it
Yes.
could get both the how and the who.
Yes.
What do you know about Devil's Blood Poison, or Devil Tear Poison, whatever it's called, or the King of Saison?
Do you have a way of fixing Devil's Tears poison?
Good call.
because if they don't know anything about it, they'll just say, "I don't know what that is."
Yeah.
And then maybe the last one is, where is the,
We have two left.
or do you know
What about eulogy?
the artifact that was in this room though, right? The one that was on the pedestal that's now not there, the one that's going to help us actually fix this.
We don't know that that
But
is
maybe
what that
they,
was, but
maybe
yes.
they don't know what it was going to fix.
That's
They
why
don't
I was
know
su-
what it-
That's why I was suggesting talking to the humanoid first, because they
Okay.
might know more about that.
Smart.
So then those first two questions, and then the third, and we go from there for the humanoid at least.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
So you're using it on the humanoid first, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have enough spell slots so I can do it for both of these
Nice.
guys. So,
That's good to hear.
yep. So, I'll cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. As you cast Speak with Dead on the creature, you see this purplish black energy swirl around the bones before like being absorbed inside, and there the eye sockets start glowing purple, and the head turns to look at you.
Who are you?
My name is Anton Moonwater.
How did you die?
The rock fell from the ceiling, crushing me. But my death was at the hands of Snurry Cragdelver.
I'll look towards
Did I
the
get
others.
that last name right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I'll look towards the others just to convey, like, this is going in the direction that's good so far.
Void's
Any-
gonna lean down in front of Anton and is going to put Anton's coin in his palm, and then is going to pull out their like little prayer box, open it, and pull away some of the lining that's been stitched in there, and pull out their own coin, and just show Anton to try and like, hey, we're same side.
Okay.
What did Snurry retrieve from here? I don't know if I can ask, but Alma, that would be what I want to ask.
I'll convey the same question.
There was rumor of a wand of great power. Snurry desired it. We came seeking it and found it. We were stealing it. I had it. Snurry took it. Killed me.
I'll relay to Void again for any specific questions they want to ask.
But does he know what Snurry's going to do with it?
I'll relay that too.
Snurry did not reveal the plan, but Snurry is notorious for selling, for bartering off to the highest bidder important magical items.
I'll lean towards Void. You only get one more.
I know. If anyone else has ideas, my last question would be, how did you get here? I suspect they came in and maybe even left through the Underdark, but I don't know if it's relevant. I don't know. If anyone has ideas.
I'll watch and see if anyone else has any other questions. And I relay what Void's asking.
We traveled through the Underdark to get in. We traversed up by the lava flow. How they exited, I do not know. And with that question, the purple-black energy fades, and the head and settles once again.
You said, what was the last bit where it's like how they got out?
So they said
I don't
they
know.
came up through the Underdark, but
Up
how
to
they
the-
got out, he doesn't
how
know
they got
because he
out.
was dead.
Yeah. Rest in peace, dead sibling. I'll take it from here. I'm gonna take his coin and put both of them in the little alms box and put it away.
Are we ready for Rannoch?
So, how'd you die? Who are you? Something about the wand. What the wand did. If there's no other good follow-ups, then ask about eulogy.
No, the seals.
Seals.
Right.
Yes.
The
We need to ask
seals
about the
and
seals.
the devil tier poison, right? Because just
Mhm.
maybe if the wand might have nothing to do with that at all, but they might know something about the devil tier poison.
Yeah. And maybe there's an alternative. Maybe the wand wouldn't even have done it. We don't know.
All right.
How
Alright.
did you die first?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Then maybe ask about the wand, or ask about devil tears and the poison. Maybe
Yeah.
the wand will be an answer to that.
Yep. So, who are you? How'd you die? Devil's Tears. We go on from there with the other two questions.
I think how'd you die first, and then devil tears poison.
Got it.
No,
All
who
right.
are you until like last?
Yeah, save the who are you, because we've got a strong suspicion.
All right. Then we go round 2.
Once again, that dark purplish black energy swarms around the corpse, and this time noticing that it's a bigger object, has to grow as it stretches to encompass the form of the skeleton before it engulfs itself, and the whole body starts glowing this purplish black, and then the face and the eyes, and it turns and faces you like before.
How did you die?
My brother, Zaroon, found me here. I had come here to offer peace and solace to the world. He struck me down.
I'm looking at Chorus just
Chorus is deathly silent and white knuckling eulogy.
I'll look back towards the corpse. We are here to look for a cure for Devil's Tears, the poison. Do you have anything that could help fix it if someone were infected with it?
In life, I owned a wand of wishes. It granted the wielder of it a single use of wish spell.
I'm gonna look over to the others because it's just like we are treading on such thin ice.
That answers about the wand. The answers about the devil's tears. That confirms that part. Yeah,
Quick-
eulogy. Seals.
Quick question. When Void asked a question earlier, did Alma have to relay it?
She
I
did.
had to. Yep. Chorus.
Ask about the seals.
Can I insight check? Is there something Chorus wants to ask but isn't speaking up about?
I want in on that.
It spells.
13.
— 17.
Nemea wouldn't get anything. Chorus is right on the edge of blurting out a question, but basically has stopped himself because he knows that if he just asks, like, nothing will happen. And he is, like, just at that teetering edge of, like, if he hadn't seen Void ask a question and not get it answered, he probably would have just blurted out a question at that point, but is, like, holding himself back, knowing that that wouldn't get him an answer. He's, like, stopped himself, basically.
Alma can ask any question, you can speak.
I know. We'll see what we get from the seals question, Thems.
We've got 3 left.
There was mention of a seal broken. We faced Razazro the Fire Lord. I want to make sure I phrase this correctly because I don't want to say anything to. Oh, how do I say this?
What do you know about the seals?
Yeah. What do you know about the other seals?
There are 4 seals that are said that exist to guard the elements. Rizazro, the Lord of the Fire Seal. Uvas, the Lord of the Earth Seal. Lunrun, the Lord of the Wind Seal. And Circe, the Lord of the Water Seal.
I'll convey to the group again.
Two more.
And I'll look at Chorus if he feels compelled to ask it now.
Is there anything else we need to know?
It's a vague question.
No,
Chorus.
sorry, not for her. From you. Are any of you, are there any more questions any of you need answers to?
We have the wand. We have that tying in towards the tears. The king is answered for the most part. And we have more information about the seals and names to go off of.
Unless we want to ask about the horsemen or where the seals are.
The horseman would be the only who. She might not have been. She might not have been around for who broke the seal. She would have already been gone.
Yeah. I think the last questions should be Chorus's.
We have,
We have two left.
But, Chorus, you have a question you definitely want to answer. We're fumbling in the dark. Ask yours, and it might help inform the last question we ask.
This is important to you.
Why did Zaroon come here to kill you? Was
I'll
it...
relay it.
Oh, before you... maybe you all can help me word this a little bit better. To be one question. Was it because of Matrix? Do we know who is Renak in service to? Do we know which Celestial Renak is in service to?
No, we just know that it was a celestial that was up and helped the people of Galefall.
We could honestly
We could ask if Matrix had anything to do with your death, and if not, who.
We could
or
just...
why.
I was just going to say we could just ask, why did Zaroon kill you? Because if it was on orders from Matrix and she knows that, then that would be an answer.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Sure.
I'll relay that question of why did Zaroon kill you.
Zaroon killed me because I know his secret. Because I know his plan. Because I know that he's trying to usurp Matrix.
I'm looking right back at Chorus again.
So I would say that's a yes. Matrix has got nothing to do with it. What other was the entire plan?
Is that why Matrix wants Chorus to rebuild Eulogy?
Ask him about eulogy. Ask about eulogy.
Eulogy.
What is eulogy to you? This sword. Did it have a different name, Chorus?
Maybe does Eulogy... What does Eulogy have to do with Zaroon's plan?
Yeah.
Do we know this? The benediction part?
Yeah, I think we do.
Chorus told us that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Simbar had a recollection of it too. Simbar ended up
So
telling
ask
us about
about the
that part.
sword, call it eulogy and benediction.
But benediction was Malchus's, so why is the sword still here? Shouldn't they have taken the sword back when Malchus passed?
I don't know, I guess it was a rename and regift, right?
They might not have been able to. They might not have known. There's limits on what they can do? When? I don't know.
Ask.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. It's your question, Chorus.
What can I do to stop Zaroon?
Good. Yes. Good question.
I'll relay that to the corpse. It's the last question.
You must kill him. You must find a way to reforge the weapon that was broken. You must travel to his home plane, and you must drive it into his heart. You must free Matrix. And with that, the energy fades, and the skeleton settles.
We all heard that correctly, right?
That's heavy.
Free Matrix?
So who imprisoned Matrix?
I guess Saroon. Or someone working with Saroon. She said his plan was to usurp Matrix.
Boris, do you think this is why Matrix hasn't been able to talk to you?
I mean, that would make sense. But I don't know. For all this time, I thought Matrix just abandoned me. And what Ranulk said is true, then that may not be the case.
Does anybody else think it's weird that all of this seems to be so connected? Like, you found a piece of your sword here in the wall, and it appears that Alma maybe now has a piece of her weapon, but there's something having to do with you here as well, Void. There's a lot going on here that shouldn't have anything to do with each other, but they're all here. Are they connected, or are we puppets?
It's fate.
I don't think we're going to get any more answers here, though. We should probably head back.
Chorus,
Go for.
just quickly, will you tell me who Matrix is? Who are they? What do they represent? What are they? What did they do? What, their vibe. God vibe.
Matrix is the god of protection, gods and soldiers and those who would protect others often pray to Matrix. Some pray to her for protection along the roads.
Does she have symbols or?
Yes, the Traquaitra and Chorus will hold up Eulogy, and there's a symbol on Eulogy, and then he also rolls up his sleeve, and part of the markings on his arm that are now black is the same symbol. She appears in a suit of armor, but yeah, general symbols of protection.
Okay. Are we going now then, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing left here for us.
And I can scry for Maribel's brother once we get back to Galefall. We don't need to do that here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Chorus is going to hold back for just a second after everybody leaves, and take out the piece of bone that he took from Renok and put it back. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve to be tangled up in any of this. I hope you're at peace. And then leave.
Chorus would see Void hanging back from the rest of the group. Still, like, they weren't, like, there listening, but would have noticed Chorus hang back and would have just, like, trailed. So the eyes on in the chamber, making sure that he's okay. Everything good?
Truthfully, no. But let's just say I feel a bit of rekindling of a purpose that I'd sort of set by the wayside.
I think we're coming out of this cave much the same then. Let's go see if we can cross some names off our respective lists.
Get some. Okay. You guys exit the cave. Get ready to leave. You see the barbarian. I shall leave you to your journey, and I shall continue mine. Thank you again.
Good luck.
Good luck. Jinx.
What's your name, by the way?
My friends call me William.
Good name.
Safe travels. And Edie, he looks at you. Thank you for your mercy, when none was owed.
You're more than welcome. Oh, God. Be safe.
And he starts
Write
walking.
to me if you feel like it.
Yes, I will learn to write.
Me too.
And he walks off in the mountains, axe on his shoulder, looks back once, and then continues. You hear the incredibly sad walking away music from the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, I was thinking, don't you forget about me.
Oh, don't you
Forget
forget
about me.
Yeah.
Holds the axe.
All right. The rest of you get on the hot air balloon and you travel back to Galefall.
Mm-hmm.
And you arrive. It is getting close to evening. Nighttime, just with the amount of time that you spent there, and then the travel back. What would you like to do?
I think I need a drink.
Palimpsest is back in the bag of holding, has been
I was
since
gonna say,
we
yeah.
finished the fight and stuff. It's loaded it, but it's back in the bag.
So the last ping it gave off is in that cave.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If that's what they're even tracking at all.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, but better than nothing.
I wonder if it's that mysterious coin. Edie just like, she goes to walk away and remembers that we're in a hot air balloon. So she just turns and faces the edge. She just like,
If you want to jump, I'll catch you.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't care about that silly thing.
Okay. So you guys have arrived back in Galefall. Alma said that she needs a drink. What are the rest of you? What are you guys doing then?
Well, drink.
TM, where would you like
Oh,
us
she
to go?
needs a tall glass of something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
On the rocks.
Do we need a Zorro milk emote?
Oh god.
Oh! Too bad he's not a Minotaur!
But she's gonna get his rocks off, so.
Void is just sort of drifting around and following wherever group consensus goes. There's no.
They're just doing a figure eight around the campsite,
So
around the town.
we still have the room at the sleeping giant, which we can reclaim, or we can go back out of town and have our own little area.
Soiree.
But it's still like lunchtime now, isn't it?
It was early evening.
Early evening.
How?
Well, you guys spent time prepping for the spell, used the spell, and then traveled back, which takes a few hours.
And we might have been going like we're dependent on the wind, right? So it might not have been as easy.
It's not like it's not like an airplane. It's sometimes you have to do roundabout ways to follow the wind drifts. It's definitely faster than having walked or ridden a horse.
I'm
Yeah.
not tired enough to go home yet.
What would you like to
We
do?
haven't done any running around today.
What would you like to do?
Just something before it gets dark. Maybe go out for dinner?
Sure.
Right.
Is the restaurant
how
scene
fancy
here?
is this place? Or is it just not?
I have a feeling most people just eat in their homes.
The inn would have food as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just treat ourselves at the inn.
Yeah.
Rahaz would be, constantly like on the
Churning out stuff.
yeah, because she's technically the only one there, really. So we go back for some food.
And then go back for some meat. Giggity.
Giggity.
Nailed it.
Do we need to be anywhere?
I think after the day we had today, I think the inn is a pretty safe place to be right now.
Okay.
If we were to do anything productive, I think it would be trying to scry on Snurry with that orb.
Snurry or Maribel's brother? Or Maribel?
Regardless, it will take me a few times to do it. I can only do it once per day.
The orb, how many times can the orb go?
I think once per day.
Per day? Okay, so we could get 2 done today.
Not to be callous, but Maribel or her brother, unless they have a wand of wishes in their back pocket, are not going to be relevant to solving certain time issues.
Yes, if the
Wait.
king is dying, we should probably.
I
I'm sorry. If the king is under the weather,
if the beef is going to overcook,
if he's on the toilet, he's going to need to flush sooner or later. And
someone will
doesn't
get caught in the spray.
that's a weird analogy, but maybe.
Unnecessary. Simba, can't you can send a message.
Yes.
Who on the council do we trust?
When Nemea says that, I'm digging through the pack to pull out the sending stone. I trust Aldeem, and I'm going to use it to send a message to Aldeem.
Oh, okay.
Y'all can keep talking, but I need to figure out the 25. It's 25 words?
Yes.
25, yeah.
I think food is still very much necessary. So I'll gesture towards Rahaz to come over and take our respective orders.
After the
How-
orders are taken, you guys go find a table, sit down.
How
little
long would it
while
take for
later.
the meals to come out?
Go ahead. Was that
How long would it take for the meals to come out?
15 or so minutes?
Hmm. I'll keep glancing around nervously, but I'm not going to act on anything.
Insight check?
Yeah.
One?
Natural 20.
30.
Yep, that's a 20.
Jesus!
That's a
23 for me.
Natural 19 for a 30.
Oh my god. There's something she wants to do, but she feels it's more important to spend time with the heroes and her friends right now. What did you get?
I rolled a perception check to see if I even noticed in the first place.
Oh, okay.
While Void is like, Void went to like do the sending spell and then is like, fuck, wait, word limit. And like, I can't be my normal self. And is like sketching out like what words to say. Notices that and then is just gonna like message ring sending over. If you need to go attend to stuff, you can. Or should. Whatever word fits there.
I don't think now's the time.
You see a person come over carrying plates of food, and then another person comes up behind them. So one of them has the food for Alma, and then another one for Void, and then the other person has like 2 plates stacked on each arm, and then they kind of take it to make sure all of you have your food. Simbar, Chorus, and then Nemea and Edie.
Thank you.
And they smile at you, and then leave.
Who are you looking for?
I was just thinking we learned a lot today, and I don't know how extensive the tomes are at the temple. I thought maybe they could be our next hit.
Well, you want to go check them out before bed? Because I'm not tired.
I mean, we can, but Alma wants a drink.
Yeah, but after.
Okay.
Yeah? Still early afternoon, evening,
Okay.
whatever time that means.
Yeah, I'd appreciate your help.
Easy. Thanks. Of course.
You were going to the
I'm
temple to,
great at books.
you were going to the temple to research things?
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't hurt for, well, I'd like to join, not necessarily researching the same thing, but we've found out a lot of stuff, and wouldn't hurt to leaf through pages together.
No. A second pair of eyes is definitely better than just one Nemea, even though I'm going.
Third pair of eyes. I think
I
I've got it.
don't have. But yes, I get. I understand the sentiment.
I'm gonna use the sending stone to send to Aldine. Rannoch dead. Snurry Crag Delver stole the artifact. Barbarians attacking due to supernatural events. Seals of the Elements. Horsemen of Apocalypse. Avoid war at all costs.
Pretty straightforward.
Can you message that to me just so I have the
Yeah.
word so I can look at it?
And how are you holding up, Chorus? You've been pretty quiet. More so than usual.
I'm great.
Insight check. No.
Don't have to insight check that one.
Nope.
That was just well acted.
You're a liar.
You know you can talk to us.
Yeah.
I know.
I think there's a lot that's happening here, and I feel like I need to go do some research on my own as well and look into some things. Would you be okay if I stepped away for a while from you all and
Yeah,
I have to go let my father know and the rest of the kingdoms know what's happening. This seems like it's much bigger than just a Vengalia.
Tell them what exactly?
Yeah, not
No,
about the beef.
no. The toilet is still unflushed. But the everything else, the horsemen, the seals, I have to see if there's been any effect in my land and on my people. I may not be in line for the throne anytime soon, but I still care about my people, and so I feel like I must take my leave, at least for now, and make sure they're okay. But I can find you again, probably. I mean, we've already reconnected once. I'm sure it will happen again.
I should probably go too, at least to explain to Zoro everything that's happening. Take some.
I'm meaning like I'm leaving. I'm leaving the group and I'm going away. Are you doing that as well?
No. Just
okay.
But you're right. We need to warn people about all this. And the sooner the better.
Void, with your message sent, you get a response. Understood. We will delay as much as we can. We will send more ambassadors, more peace talks. Find the cure.
Aldeem says she'll work on it on her end and to just focus on us finding the cure, which Sinbar, Snurry doesn't deal in closed circles. She's everywhere, so if you find her, throw her in jail and then we'll come and kill her and get the wand off of her.
Well, I'm going to, I think, get things ready to travel. Thank you, all of you. We'll see each other again, I know it, but you've given me a purpose, you've given me a focus, and maybe I'm on my way to being a better person. Of course, I'm, once again, terribly sorry about the whole trying to alter your memory thing. That was wrong. Edie, Nemea, sorry for flirting with you a whole lot, and then just, all that. Alma, thank you for being a friend and sister. Like, I've never had. All my brothers are assholes, and you are pretty nice. Void, just thank you. I can't utter the words properly for what you've meant to me. I will find a way to someday repay you. But for now, I have my own duty to see to.
Boyd quirks an eyebrow and is like trying to read him and doesn't know if there's something specific being said in that, because it's very similar to what he said in the cave too.
Oh, you can roll an insight check if you'd like.
I got 23 on insight.
Oh my god.
He does have bard numbers though, so
He does. His persuasion. He's 26 on his persuasion. I mean, you get the feeling that he was being honest. He's talking about the whole experience that you've shared with him, the up and down that the two of you have had, the friendship that you've shown, the threats that you've shown, the seduction that you've shown, the seductive threats that you've shown, all of it helping shape him into being a better version of himself, and doing it in a way that speaks to him, but also confuses him. And you've given him a reason to think. And so he is kind of all of that was kind of being implied in that. He just didn't know how to, as a bard, even didn't know how to put all that into words in the moment. He's verklempt.
it's been an experience, Sinbar, and I'm very grateful for it.
But I will find you again, and we'll do this again. Oh, here, and he slips a ring off his finger that bears the marking of his house, just in case you ever need to contact me, you can show this around, or you probably can use it to scry on me if you ever should need. Or message me. You know, I get lonely every once in a while. It's going to be a long ride back, but we'll find a way. Maybe I can find one of these hot air balloon things. This would be a really nice way to travel, probably.
Be fast.
Definitely. Better than sitting on a horse saddle for days on end. And I need to get some new pants that have more padding. Anyway, I shall see you all.
Thank you for
Goodbye,
your help.
Sidbar.
Gives you a cordial
Just as
nod.
he's
Yeah.
excusing himself, can I run after him real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, Simba,
Yes, Nemea.
you're not leaving because of me, are you? Like, I know you have duties to your kingdom and everything, but
No, actually, for once, I actually feel an obligation to my people, and that's a weird thing for me because I've never really cared before too much because, well, I wasn't going to be king, but there's a lot going on in this world, and I truly believe we'll meet again. But I need to figure some things out on my own now, I think, for a little bit, and try to see if I can be the Sinbar I want to be rather than the Sinbar I have been. And maybe when I come back and when we meet again, maybe I'll be a better friend too.
yeah, the whole memory alteration thing, that's whatever.
Well, I also hit on you a lot, you know, I mean, early on.
I get it all the time. Don't worry.
Me too, definitely. Definitely get it all the time.
Okay. So maybe not try to be the Sinbar, the son of Sin, but the truth bringer you want to be. Can I just ask a favor?
Of course.
Please don't share my truth.
Your story is your story. You tell it how you want it to be heard.
You're a bard.
But this is your story.
Okay, and thank you for your help.
You're welcome. And he reaches out and like puts his hand on your shoulder for a minute. And then like blushes a little bit and walks.
Quick tight hug.
He, okay. And
Kick
he
him off the
blushes
ground.
furiously as you hug him tightly. And then as you set him
Put him
down,
down.
he and walks away. Tail whipping about.
Fighter on, Truthbringer.
No.
Such
I'm
a
not gonna
ham.
decide.
Oh
What
my
a
god.
dork.
Oh my
Such
god.
a
He's the
dork.
best.
He's such a
Love him.
He walks out the door. And out of your lives forever. No, not forever.
No, he better
Oh, I
not.
assume that was outside. I want to do that privately outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go back inside.
Okay.
And join the others. Does that?
Always.
Sure.
I'm going to actually go to Zoro. I'll come back later though.
That's still dessert.
Well,
That's definitely still dessert.
We'll send you a message when we're on our way back.
all right. All right, and I'll go ahead and leave. Go to Zoro.
You leave the group and you head back towards Zoro. The rest of you are having dessert.
Please.
Before you leave, Alma let you know that they have a primo, like chocolate lava cake kind of thing.
Yum.
How
Nom, nom,
appropriate.
nom, nom.
It seems very fitting, yeah. Alma, as you walk towards Zoro's house, your head is in the clouds and you are walking on air. You are about to go have some more one-on-one time.
Mm-mm.
And all of a sudden you have this sharp, like,
Mm-mm.
stabbing pain in your stomach. And you start walking, and each step, you're like, oh. And you get to Zoro's door, and you collapse.
What?
And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Why? It's appendicitis, guys. It's fine. She's fine.
She just needs a laparoscopic apparatus. It's fine. Appendectomy. She'll be fine.
Appendectomy. Yep.
Yep. So guys, come back to us next week.
Brutal.
And let's
hate
see what's
that.
going to happen. Sinbar is on his own journey. Alma's on her own journey. And the rest of the group is getting dessert.
A
So
digestive journey.
a digestive journey through hell.
Quick chorus note.
Turns out she's
when
lactose intolerant.
Nemeo left, when Sinbar was like leaving, can Chorus have snuck out?
Roll the stealth check.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
I got a 30.
Do we
Yeah.
just see
Holy
you go
what?
though?
Pass without a
You-
trace.
Absolutely
Oh,
ghost.
you bastard.
But do we just, we're at the table. Do we just see you go somewhere and then you don't come back?
He waits until Sinbar leaves, as that's all happening.
He's
and-
using that as like the distraction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once you look
Ah,
back, just
Gotcha.
You little shit.
All right.
Hmm.
So stick around. We're going to do a raid. So be around for that.
Great.
And then make sure that you guys come back next week to see how the story picks up and continues in our last stream of January. So come back for that. Until next week, be good. Do something crazy shenanigan. Find a twin to go do weird stuff with. And until next week, are you ready for more tales?
Away.
Always.
Goodbye, everybody.
Stick around for the raid.
For the raid. Bye-bye.
And be fresh. Hello, fresh. Goodbye.
Bye,
audience.
Fresh.
Fresh.